Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back in the Outer Worlds. I mean, look at this. For a video game like this game, this is just beautiful if you ask me. But yeah, we are back in the Outer Worlds. We are currently at Edgewater, here in the Emerald Vale. So let's continue on. I've actually went ahead and started exploring. Like, I've explored these two houses, and foreshadowing, I just want to show you this. So I'll leave it up a couple seconds, and there we go. So just remember that is foreshadowing at its finest. All right. But yeah, I will cut out all this kind of little exploring, because I mean, because I mean, if it's interesting stuff like this, where you just come into a back alley and you find, you know, two bodies, I mean, okay, you know, that's kind of something interesting. Ooh. Sad. And as it goes on, we'll talk more about how the board is towards everybody. But yeah, I'm going ahead and go explore through some of this stuff, just to kind of speed up some of that process. And then we'll be right back over there by the cannery. Okay, so fun fact, if you don't have enough picks, you will get stuck in there if you parkour your way. So because I'll show you part of it, because I just had to reload my save. But yeah, you can get right up here, you can crouch, jump onto that pipe, and jump in here, and then you're able to just go in there and loot. Problem is, if you don't have enough picks, you will get stuck in here because you cannot leave. So, little tidbit. Continuing on. Alright. Here we are at Saltuna Cannery. I was going to say Cantina. Let's go ahead and see what kind of goodies are here. Yep. Another nice thing, there is no karma system in this. So, unlike some of the Fallout games, to where that was very much so a thing. Alright, so here we go.
Please hold them. I'm splendid possessing the grease monkey, Argo. Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Alright.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
So I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
In need of repairs.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Alright, let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned...
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
And let's see here. There we go.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
All right. Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Why not?
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Well, let's get going. Hey, you have gained a companion. Yep. Okay. Here we go.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view.
I didn't mean to do that.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
The only clean thing. That's nice.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright. Well then, let's go find the vicar. Let's go do it. Which, right there.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too...
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Yeah, I forgot how long some of these, the beginning of this game can kind of be. Because once you're out of the town, things do speed up, but, well... Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright, I actually would like to try to go to the landing bay first. Since we are here, I'll go ahead and
Watch out!
the
Last of them!
Go and get those sprat hides, because that has some extra bits. Oh, nice. Unlock the second story balcony. And I usually run through those just because it can, what's the word? Get some extra information that just pops up for like missions and whatnot. So, I really need some armor, but I'd like to try to find some. yeah, we'll finish exploring this building. Then I unfortunately have to cut this episode a little bit short. So actually, I might explore this one, then head over to that one. But yeah, I have to cut this one just a tad bit short today. Unfortunately, not what I was wanting to do, but you know, these things happen. Let's run over here. Nice. Gonna take up this extra goodies. And then the next episode, because I know, again, this one's slow again, and I do apologize for that. We will get things going. We'll have that journey over to the botanical labs. So yeah, we will run into some enemies, and yeah, I'll have just a good old time. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all later in the next video. Thank you.